Namaskar. I hope I'm audible to you all. Namaskar. On behalf of Sanskriti School of Dance and Music, I, Harshita Pallavi Sahu, welcome you all today. In today's Vartalap session, we are going to have with us a renowned Bharatanatyam master, Guru Snehal Phatak Kalamkar. For the convenience of our viewers, I would like to inform that the session will be bilingual and you can drop in any questions which you may want to ask our speaker in the comment section below. I'll now add Snehal ma'am with us. Kindly bear with me. Namaskar ma'am. You look
Namaste,
very
Harshita. Oh, thank you
welcome.
so much. Thank you.
Hope
Your
you're doing
voice
well
is
ma'am.
breaking. Your voice is breaking. Uh,
Is it audible now ma'am?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, okay. So Namaskar ma'am, I welcome you again to our Vartalap session.
Namaste. Thank you.
Ma'am, we feel very
Thanks for inviting.
privileged to have you on our page today and to get to know you about your journey so far.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much, Sanskriti page.
It's our pleasure, ma'am. I'll now give a brief introduction about ma'am. Snehal ma'am is a gold medalist of Pune University. She did her MA and Nritya Alankar under the able guidance of Guru Smita Mahajan ma'am. She took her basic lessons in Bharatanatyam from Guru Bhopali Tamboli for 8 years and then from Parimal Phadke for 2 years. In 2005, she founded her own institution named Sneha Lalit Kala Kendra, and as a passionate teacher and choreographer, she has choreographed many mythological as well as contemporary dance dramas and accomplished about 20 girls Arangetram successfully. She has also choreographed some dance dramas for DD Shayadri Doordarshan. She is impaneled Bharatanatyam Guru in Lalit Kala Kendra Gurukul University of Pune and registered examiner at Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya. She has performed at many dance festivals in India and abroad. Thank you so much, ma'am, for again joining with us. Please allow
Thank
me
you.
to ask few questions to you.
Sure, sure.
So, ma'am, my first question is how your journey started, who inspired you to be a dancer, and when and where did you learn this dance form?
You know, Harshita, when I was 10 years old, my mother, as a summer vacation hobby, she enrolled me in a dance class. I was not very fond of dance initially, and I was not keen on this. And I was much interested in drama, music, and drawing. But only because to have some hobby in summer vacation, she enrolled me uh, at Bhupali Tamboli, my first guru. She was very disciplined and she used to tell me practice any step for 20, 30 times. And I was being sincere student at my childhood. I used to do that daily in front of my mom. And my mom used to point out the mistakes as a reflection in the mirror. So I was very fortunate to have such guru and my mom. Uh, I had completed 4 years of my Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalayat exam, and my first guru Bhupali Tai has got married, and she shifted to Mumbai.
Okay.
Then afterwards, she used to come in Pune once in a month, and she taught us. And the days go by, and after 6 years of exam, she means I had to go to Mumbai for taking my dance lessons to complete my Nritya Visharad and Arangetram. So I did up and down from Pune to Mumbai, Mumbai to Pune for my Arangetram, and it has been very successful journey for me. By the time when she was not there in Pune, she entrusted me all her Pune branches, and I used to take classes. So it was the biggest turning point for me to groom as a dance teacher, actually, because I had got so much of experience there as to groom as a dance teacher, how to conduct class, how to talk with your parents, how to organize a program, um, and how to choreograph for such programs. So all those experience I have got only because of Bhupali Tai. And then I had completed my Arangetram, and it was really, I had really treasured memories about it. I'm missing those days, actually. And Bhupali Tai, then I did my Visharad, and after that I had completed my graduation, means BCom and diploma in business management.
Okay.
And then I took admission in Lalita Kala Kendra, Pune University. So for doing MA in dance. And that was my dream. That was my biggest dream. I had to convince my mom because she was not at all keen on doing career in dance, fully career in dance. But I
Okay.
had to convince her, and I joined my second guru, Guru Dr. Parimal Phadke sir. And as everyone knows, that Parimal sir is a and he has a holistic approach towards dance. Uh, so uh, he is the best creator, choreographer, performer, educator, scholar, and that those all things groomed in my presentation. So I can proudly say that Parimal sir has nurtured me into a present or today's performer, because he was mainly focus his mainly focus is always how you present yourself as a dancer in front of today's audience. So my
Right.
approach totally changed, and then I started learning at my guru Smita Mahajan. And also, we all know that Smita Mahajan is a multifaceted personality. She is an accomplished lyricist, composer, dancer, choreographer. So many attributes are there. And I'm very fortunate to have her as my guru. Um, my journey, dance journey, has been enlightening day by day only because of her. And she is so sweet-hearted and soft-spoken. Means she is fondly said as in Pune. She is fondly said as ocean of positivity. So she means she always encourages her students to become the best dancer, performer, as well as dance teacher. Means she teaches us how to teach and how you groom your students. So these are three milestones in my dance journey. Uh, my first guru, Bhupali Tamboli, Parimal Phadke, and Smita Mahajan, uh, who have uh, poured wholeheartedly into me to nurture me as a best dancer or dance teacher. I just hope that I can give justice to their teachings and to do the best at my level best.
Good guidance is all we need as a dancer.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
surely.
And you have three gurus, so you are totally blessed, ma'am.
I'm really thankful and grateful for that.
Yeah. So moving on to our next question. I would like to know your journey as a choreographer.
uh, so when I was at Bhupali Tai, uh, we celebrate our Guru Purnima by dedicating our own creation or own choreography towards our Guru, Bhupali Tangoi. And she maintains that discipline and we used to follow it. And at the first time when I was not really fond of dance and I had to choreograph on that day, I was very scared. And my mother pushes me. She said, do whatever you want, do whichever song you like, kuch bhi karo, because
Hmm.
my seniors did some Bollywood songs with some classical movements on that. And I was not very fond of Bollywood songs and Bollywood movies at that time. So I was scared by doing all these things, what to do now. And
Hmm.
then I had chosen a piece of prayer, which I liked a lot. And I said some Hastabhinayas on that. And it
Okay.
was so well appreciated by everyone. That was my first certificate that pushes me to choreograph much more things later on.
Okay.
And as I said, I was interested by Bhupali Tai, by all her Pune dance classes. So I had some responsibility towards it, and I had to do something for her students, or I can say my students. So
Hmm.
I had to organize program. I had to choreograph many things, and one more discipline she was following in her institute, that she used to choreograph a dance drama or one theme in each year's annual function. So
Okay.
I had to follow the same thing. So
Hmm.
I started my first dance drama choreography with Ramayana. I said all whole Ramayana, and we perform it at various places. We have got so much of appreciation. So my confidence built it up again, and then I started choreographing many things on mythological stories, some on contemporary themes. So I had almost done 15 plus choreographies till now. Dance drama choreographies, not only dance pieces, but yes, I can do
Wow.
that only because of my gurus and my mother's support. Yes, and after coming to Parimal sir means uh, I could join some of his choreographies. I could perform on some of his choreographies, and so I got to know some of the little nuances in dance choreographies, and uh, I hope I can implement in my choreography student.
Absolutely.
So after coming to Smita Tai, the path of my choreography has totally changed and was enriched. So what happened? Smita Tai firstly introduced me and encouraged me to choreograph the items traditionally done in the Margam.
Okay.
So she told me, you choreograph, you will do that. I was very scared, but I was very inspired by her different compositions, which were based on mythological and contemporary themes. I was very impressed and inspired by those compositions. So I decided to choreograph them only. And then my institute's first Arangetram was there, and I decided to set whole Margam with her compositions, but non-mythological compositions. Means,
Okay.
yeah. So my institute's first Arangetram was on the basis of non-mythological theme, The second was wholly on Krishna theme. The third was only on Shiva theme. Like that, I started choreographing the whole Margam for Arangetram of my students. So
Okay.
the journey started like that, and she always guides me on this. And the most important thing I want to share that at the initial level of my choreography, my uncle Shirish Dongre, who is music convener, so
Okay.
he guided me a lot about how the music should be, how the design of the track should be, where the lyrics should come, where the comparing should come, and how the story goes ahead. So
Hmm.
whole process was very interesting, and he guided me a lot for that. Now I only can hope that I can just do justice to all my all compositions I had chosen for my choreography, to give justice to those compositions, to give justice to the composer's thought in that composition.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can only hope that now.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yes.
Um, Very inspiring.
Same here.
The next question. Ma'am, you had mentioned your current focus is to study Margam and your option. We lost ma'am.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
think
happened. Sorry. Sorry.
no problem, ma'am. Technical issues always happen.
Yeah. Actually, there was power cut just 10 minutes before our live session. I was
Yeah,
very disturbed and tensed because of that, but it came
right,
again.
right.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, the question I was telling about, you had mentioned your current focus is to study Margam and your own production, Margam Mi Parvahi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. We would like to know about this production.
Okay, so the name of my production, my study is Margam Mi Pravahi. So Margam is what is Margam? The Margam is it's literally means route or a marga, or you can say path on which a dancer performs and gives the experience to the audience. So that is
Okay.
Margam. And me Pravahi is I am evolving. The Margam says that I am evolving. I am in changing nature, not in the stuck nature. So,
Uh,
Margam Mi Pravahi is my production, which
okay.
focuses mainly on evolution of the Margam within the confines of Shastra and Saundarya. So, Shastra means technicalities in the
Hmm.
dance, and Saundarya means aesthetics of the dance. So,
Okay.
this is only within the confines of Saundarya and Shastra, technicalities and aesthetics. So
Excellent.
in my dance drama production, Margam comes on the stage, and
Hmm.
he narrates in a first person that the evolutionary nature of the Margam has been always influenced by different socio-economical conditions at that time.
Okay.
Means
Hmm.
the patronage of dancer means Devadasi. Actually, we have
Okay.
got Devadasi parampara, right? So the patronage of Devdasi kept on changing from temple to royal court to British period. Then the contributors towards dance means like
Right.
you can say Rukmini Devi Arun Devi. Then to
Okay.
then today's generation means today's time, present time, contemporary period. So the content has been always changing in the Margam, but the core form of the Margam should remain same.
All right.
The Margam says and suggesting or insisting today's dancers that please do not change the core form of me, and and keeps on changing with the era, with the time. Do
Okay.
not do not just get stuck on the uh, stereotypes, uh,
Mm-hmm.
traditions. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
The tradition of Margam should be flowy.
Okay.
It should change time to time, and that is the production based on. And the main thing means inspiration behind my production is Marathi compositions by Marathi means I am Maharashtrian, so I took Marathi compositions.
Mm-hmm.
Language doesn't matter for any artist, you know that. So I'm
Absolutely.
just these are just my support systems which I have taken. So the inspiration behind my production is has been always the Marathi compositions by Tanjore kings Shahaji and Sarfoji in 16th and 17th century. And after these 300 years, my guru Smita Tai has been composing Marathi compositions for Bharatnatyam. And her mainly focus is on contemporary based compositions, or her main perspective is much contemporary. So
Oh,
I took these compositions in my production, and I had already done some shows of this production, and I have got a good team of performers, including one of the famous Marathi actress Sukanya Kulkarni Mone in it. And audience has well appreciated this show because of its music. Because music has also got changed from time to time. You know,
right.
even though costume has changed time to time, so everything we have put together in one production. So it is, as audience says, it is very presentable, very nice, very audible, and so I got such reactions, and I'm overwhelmed. Yes. So that
Okay,
is
ma'am.
my product. Yeah.
So, what are the contemporary subjects which Sita ma'am taught you and has brought into her composition?
Okay. So uh, by which compositions I have been inspired always. I can tell those compositions first. As Margam, we will go sequentially. We can go sequentially as we do Kautvam. Kautvam means stuti, Kautuk. So traditionally, there are many Kautvam on Ganpati, Lord Ganesha, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna. Smita Rai also has composed such compositions on mythological iconic figures, but her one composition is very interesting, which is ode to a womanhood. Womanhood. So womanhood means how, what are the qualities of woman? What are the main physical qualities of woman? What is the contribution of the woman to the society? All these description is there in the composition. So I'm always inspired by that. Stri Kautvam. We said it's Stri Kautvam. The another composition is Samvad. So there are two Samvad she has written. One is Sakhi Samvad. Sakhi to
Okay.
Ashiga Kashi means two friends conversation is there. And
Okay.
another Samvad is Lakshmi and Parvati Samvad. So agile natured Lakshmi and contented nature Parvati, what do they do when comes together and fight with each other? तू तू मैं हो जाता है उनमें. तो वो एक है, वो लक्ष्मी पार्वती संवाद. It is also very nice. And then we do Shabdam. Traditionally, Shabdams are de- depicts about Lord Krishna, but Smita Tai has composed it on Lord Ganesha, Lord Shiva. And one interesting one is Sangeeta Shabdam. So she has treated Sangeet means music, as a god,
Hmm.
because music is only the way which uh, which can take us to transcendent uh, phase of
Absolutely.
life. So
Right.
so she has written Sangeeta Shabdam. We all students are very inspired by that composition. Very nice. The words in that are थोर संगीत है. The words are थोर संगीत है.
Hmm.
संगीत महान है, ऐसे
Hmm.
उसके वर्ड्स है. उसके
Hmm.
बाद उन्होंने बहुत पदम्स भी कंपोज किए हैं. एंड वन ऑफ द पदम इज ऑन टीनेजर. So what that teenager girl says that I'm very confused and I don't know what to do now, because sometimes my mom said you are so little to do this, and sometimes my mom says you are so big girl now, do it now. So teenager girl is saying I am very confused, please tell me what to do now. So this is the thought in that padam. And one another padam is there, she has composed on Nayaka padam. So Nayaka means hero, and in means hero's perspective, hero's point of view. What he says
Hmm.
in that padam is um, I don't know, these women sometimes behave like so sarcastically, or sometimes behave differently. I don't know why is it like that, but I love her. So this is the thought. So such many compositions I can say, but only because of time constraint I cannot do that. But I'll surely do that again at some another session.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
She has
Sure.
choreographed many mythological and non-mythological and contemporary based compositions. And she is only the composer who has composed in Marathi, Hindi, and Brij Bhasha uh, for Bharatnatyam students. So,
Okay.
very inspiring journey with her. Yes.
Very fine. Right. Ma'am, you are an empaneled guru at Lalit Kala Kendra, Gurukul, University of Pune. Please enlighten us about your experience.
So I had got empaneled 2 years back there, only because of support of my guru Parimal Phadke and Guru Smita Mahajan. So I'm very thankful to them for this opportunity. This is uh, responsibility, I can say. uh, because and one thing I always like, that Lalita Kala Kendra is not only Lalita Kala Kendra. So Lalit Kala Kendra Gurukul, they said. So Gurukul
Hmm.
means everything in that. So Guru means teacher and Kula means home. So very homely feeling, and Gurukul feeling, Guru Shishya Parampara, we can thought of that. And
Yeah.
students used to come to teachers' place, teachers' home, and used to take lessons from teacher. So it has started with me 2 years back, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, because homely feeling means everything. Means there is interaction, there is uh, compassionate, there is love, there is kindness, there is so home comes at all those attributes, all those qualities, and the relation becomes more strong only because of this uh, discipline in Lalit Kala Kendra. So the experience, my experience here is very enriching. I'm grooming as a dance teacher more enlighteningly, and uh, developing more and more. So I cannot say much because I don't have much experience. I have just spent 2 years here, and my gurus have spent so many years there. So I just can thank them to give me this opportunity.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, I'm getting two questions from our audience. Um,
Yeah.
Ma'am, please say something about the Kalakshetra style and then your style. Then and then
Okay,
Jawar
I
style.
mostly learned. Okay,
Jawar,
I had
Jawar
mostly
style.
learned. What happened?
No, ma'am, nothing. You can continue.
Okay, okay. So I had mostly learned from my childhood is Tanjore style mostly, and only at Parimal sir I had learned much of Kalakshetra style, and even at Bhupali Tai I had learned some little of Kalakshetra style. So Kalakshetra style is much disciplined, and the most focus of Kalakshetra style is Nritta, and its lines, angles are more important in Kalakshetra style. Whereas in Tanjore style, the Abhinaya has given more prominence because maybe because of Tanjore have composed so many compositions on Abhinaya related compositions. Might be might be reason. I don't know. I'm not sure about it. But yes, Tanjore style has more prominence on Abhinaya, and Kalakshetra style has more prominence on Nritta and lines. That's it.
Yeah, okay. So there's a thank you from the audience who asked the question. Well, moving forward, what is the difference you see
Yes.
in present generation students and when you were learning? The Guru Shishya Parampara and the difference in the sincerity of students and the teachings of today's teachers.
this is uh, this is much important question in all teachers point of view, because when we were learning at our gurus, we used to just follow their instruction, might be blindly. We used to trust our guru, might be blindly, but it was there, the trust was there. I cannot say trust is not there in today's generation. They trust us. Only the thing, they want to know the logical reasoning behind each and every action, or each and every thing we taught them. So
Right.
this is good actually, means they have right to ask questions, and they have right to get answers. So uh, yes, so that is the main difference, we can say. And even parents are very aware about the things going around, so they are very alert. Daughter is going, who is teaching my daughter, who is the teacher, what is her profile. So all these things really matters in this era, this contemporary world, because there is so much of competition, and anybody is running dance institutes without having any proper knowledge, without having any degree in it, or without having much experience in it. But only actually social media is the plays the vital role in this, because social media has to inform the truth towards viewers, to the viewers. But sometimes it doesn't happen. They misinform something to the viewers, and everything got messed, and the things got messed. So it should not happen. But yes, the generation gap is there, and the students are taking it as hobby rather than being fully dedicated to the art. Some of the students are there who are really by nature sincere and dedicating. So uh, but not all students. But yes, means when one student decided to make a career in this field of art or dance, she gives 100%, not only with her sincerity, but also with her smartness in digital world. So I
Right.
know that student will give her 100% only when she will decide to make career in this. So
Yeah.
till then the approach is always hobby, hobby, hobby. So it happens, and we cannot do anything with it. We can just keep on telling them, keep on give them experience, keep on give them platform. Just we can do
Right.
like that.
Hmm.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, you have a beautiful family. You are a mother, a wife, a teacher. So, how do you manage dance and family all together?
So yes, I am very blessed by getting very supportive families. Patak and Kalamkar, both families are very supportive. And family support is most important in succeeding in any career. So that success path is only when your family is supporting you, and
Exactly.
to make you feel comfortable at the time of your performance or any endeavor, any or exam. The family should support thoroughly to you, uh, no, and not by materialistic support. There should
Hmm.
be love, care, affection. There should have some encouragement, appreciation by their words. Hmm. It is not necessarily by their actions, but it should be at least by words they can say something to us and encourage us. So yes, I have got such family, and of course my kids, watch them how they appreciate me, how they supports me. So my kids also help me out for this always. uh, so I'm really grateful to my husband, my mother, my in-laws, and both families, Pataks and Kalamkars. I'm gifted by God by such families.
Wow, wow, very beautiful family. So, after knowing the your little contribution in the evolution of Margam, what do you like to tell about today's dancers?
Um, so Margam Mi Pravahi is the production which only focuses on the uh, the evolutionary nature of the content in the Margam. So Margam is evolutionary only when the content is evolutionary. And today's generation have to accept this, that they have to accept that the Margam, its core form, its shastra or technicalities should remain intact, and they should not change. Only the content in Margam should change time to time. So I
Right.
would like to tell today's dancers that please keep on trying some different themes, different contemporary perspectives, with obviously without compromising on its originality and purity. You keep on doing some different bring out some different ideas in your mind, bring out something contemporary or mythological and contemporary. You can uh, mix them up and do something better for today's generation. Do something different. Only the thing, Margam says that keep on changing your content with the era and go with the audience. Look at the demands by the audience. So
Yeah.
change your perspective and do not change originality. That is the main focus of Margam Ni Pravahi.
Okay. So, with this, we are coming to an end of this session. And thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out your valuable time and joining with us today for the
Thank
live
you.
session.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Harshita. It is very nice time with you and interaction. with all my viewers and you.
Right. We feel absolutely privileged to have you with us today, ma'am. So I request all
Same
our
feeling with
viewers,
me.
I request all our viewers to stay tuned to witness the mesmerizing performance of Snehal ma'am, as she would be going live in another few minutes from the with another session. So stay tuned and do give her best wishes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining
Thank you
us today.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Namaskar.
Yeah. Thank you. Namaskar.